Welcome back. Uh, now continuing with the scores and my picks of the week. Uh, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Chicago Bears 49-29 at AT&T Stadium in Big D, and Chicago just had chances, but just Dallas pulled away in that fourth quarter and the second half, actually in the third and fourth quarter, scoring 3 touchdowns because they were up 28-17 at halftime, and the Bears did score a touchdown in the third and the fourth, but it wasn't enough, and there were some they had some way too many mistakes but they had some issues in this game, and they had too many penalties today, I think. And it just was not. And they had a fumble in the third. They fumbled, the Bears, and had a turnover on downs, and they had a lot of 3 and outs today too, and it just did not bode well for the Bears today in Big D. So, but the Cowboys, boy, what a game! And they just really just outscored the Bears in this one by far, and they get the game balls today. Dak Prescott, 21 of 27, 21 of 27 carries and attempts. Excuse me. 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Tony Pollard. 14 attempts, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns, and CeeDee Lamb, 5 receptions, 77 yards, 1 touchdown. The Cowboys go to 6-2, and the Bears unfortunately fall to 3-5. And I took Dallas and won with that one. So did my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle, and those were mainly the earliest. Now we're going to go to the late games. The Tennessee Titans beat the excuse me. The Tennessee Titans beat the Houston Texans. Oh shit. Beat the Houston Texans 17-10 today at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. And it was close, and Houston had a chance, but they just could not get past the hurdle. And they just, I think it was they were down 7-3 at halftime, and they only scored 1 touchdown. That was in the fourth quarter, and from the second quarter on, it was the Titans. But Houston had a chance, but they just could not take advantage of it, and the Titans get the win 17-10. So. They get the game balls. Malik Willis, 6 of 10 carries and attempts, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Derrick Henry, 32 attempts, 219 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Robert Woods, 2 receptions, 26 yards. Tennessee goes to 5-2. And the Texans unfortunately fall to 1-5-1. So it continues to be a struggling season for the Texans. After being down 10-3 at halftime, and then and then 16-10 in the third, the Washington Commanders came back in the fourth quarter and scored late in the fourth quarter and scored a game-winning touchdown, and the extra point was good, and it was the Commanders came back and beat the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis 17 to 16 today. 17 to 16 today. And boy, this was one of those games where Indianapolis had it, and then all of a sudden Washington came back and they came from behind and got the win. So I've got to give the game balls to the Commanders. Taylor Heineke, 23 of 31 carries and attempts, 279 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And Heineke on the rushing side had 6 attempts, 1 touchdown, and 29 yards. And Terry McLaurin, he gets a game ball. 6 receptions, 113 yards. The Commanders even up their record at 4-4, and unfortunately, the Colts fall to 3-4-1 on the regular season. I took Washington at 1 and won with that one. And my brother-in-law took the Colts and he lost with that one. So, the San Francisco 49ers beat the Los Angeles Rams at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, 31-14 today. And this is when I thought that the Rams would win, but that was not the case. And boy, the Rams struggled today. They only scored 2 touchdowns, one in the first and one in the second, and they were up 14-0 at halftime. But then the Niners just came back in the third and fourth quarters and took control of the game, and they got the win. So the Rams could not do anything right in the second half of the game. And so the Niners get the ball. Jimmy Garoppolo, 21 of 25 carries and attempts, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 18 attempts, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. And Brandon Ayuk, 6 receptions, 81 yards, and 1 touchdown. So the Niners even up their record at 4-4, and they're back to 500. But unfortunately, the Rams fall to 3-4, and they'll have to try to even up their record next week in Week 9. And I took the Rams and lost on that one, and my brother-in-law did as well. We both lost on that one, my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle and I. The Seattle Seahawks beat the New York Giants, who fall to 6-2 on the season, 27-13 today at Lumen Field in Seattle. And the Giants had some golden opportunities to take advantage of this game, but they just could not do it today. And they were down 10-7 at half, and Seattle just took control of this game. It was 13-10 after the third quarter, and then it was, the Giants had a 16-13 lead, but then the Seahawks scored 2 touchdowns, and it was, then the first one was, and then it was 20-16, and then to 20-13, and then it was 27. They scored that touchdown. It was 27-13, and that was basically all they needed. And Ryan McNeil for the Seahawks got injured and did not return, but hopefully he'll be back. We'll have to see what his status is and how long he may be out for. But I have to give the game balls to the Giants. Daniel Jones, 17 of 31 carries and attempts, 176 yards. Saquon Barkley, 20 attempts, 53 yards, 1 touchdown. And Darius Slayton, 5 receptions, 66 yards. The Seahawks go to 5-3 on the Giants. They fall to 6-2. And so, excuse me. And I took the Giants and lost on that one. My brother-in-law Eric Hoyle did as well. And the Sunday night football game that ended just moments ago. The Buffalo Bills beat the Green Bay Packers 27-17 tonight at Bills Stadium in Buffalo, New York. And boy, this was one of those games where Buffalo really had. I'm going to recap this one because I really wanted to move along with these. And first quarter, the Bills went 3-down, had to punt up to 3 plays and 6 yards, and then Green Bay had a turnover on downs. They just had a downs, actually, and it was 4th and 3 at the Buffalo 38. Aaron Rodgers pass incomplete. Short left to Dubs for no gain, and I'm having some technical problems here. I'm sorry, and I do apologize. And then the Bills scored their first touchdown of the game. It was a 2nd and goal at the Green Bay 1. Josh Allen passed short left to Knox for the 1-yard touchdown. And the extra point was good. Bass's extra point was good, and it was 7-0 Bills. And Green Bay went 3-down, had to punt up to 3 plays and 5 yards. And then the Bills scored their second touchdown of the game. Josh Allen, it was 2-1 at the Green Bay 26. Josh Allen passed deep right to Stephon Diggs for the 26-yard touchdown. Bass's extra point was good, and it was 14-0 Bills at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Packers scored their first touchdown of the game, and it was 2nd and 12 at the Buffalo 19. Aaron Rodgers passed deep to Dubs for the 19-yard touchdown. Crosby's extra point is good, and it was 14-7 Bills. Then the Bills scored their third touchdown of the game, and it was McKenzie left end for it was Ian McKenzie. I think it's Ian McKenzie for the left end for the 7-yard touchdown, and the extra point was good by Bass, and it was 21-7 Buffalo. And then Green Bay went 3-1, had to punt up to 4 plays and 13 yards, and then Buffalo got to 3rd and 7 at the Green Bay 24. Bass kicked a 42-yard field goal, and it was good. And the Bills were up 24-7 at halftime. In the third quarter, the Packers got to the 4th and 3rd at the Buffalo 20, in which they set up for a field goal, so they got in the field goal range. Crosby's 38-yard field goal was good, and it was 24-10. And then Buffalo, they got in the field goal range. They weren't able to get. They had to set up for that. 4th and 3 at the Green Bay 19. Bass's 38-yard field goal was good, and it was 27-10. And then Green Bay had another turnover on downs. They had another downs. It was Aaron Jones up the middle to the Buffalo 27 for -1 yard, and that turned the ball over back to the Bills, and it was 27-10 at the end of the third quarter. And to the fourth quarter we go. Buffalo had an interception. It was 39 at the Buffalo 33. Josh Allen passed deep middle, intended for Geno Davis. Intercepted by, I think it was Rob Douglas at the Green Bay 17. At the Green Bay 46, for -1 yards. And that means the Packers had gotten the ball, but then they intercepted. They had an interception. And then it was 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 47. Aaron Rodgers passed short middle, intended for intended for I think it was Adam Rogers or something, or A.M. Rogers, or it was Adam Rogers, intercepted by Milano at the Green Bay 42. At the Green Bay 42 to the Green Bay 44 for -2 yards, and it was tipped at the line prior to the interception. And that means the Bills got the ball back. But then they had another interception, the Bills. It was 3rd and goal at the Green Bay 3. Josh Allen pass, Green Bay 3. Josh Allen pass short right, intended for Geno Davis, intercepted by Alexander at the Green Bay 3. Alexander to the Green Bay 5 for 2 yards. And that means the Packers got the ball back, and it went back to them, and they scored their second touchdown of the game, which is their only other one, and it was 2nd and 10 at the Buffalo 37. Aaron Rodgers passed deep to Torrey for the 37-yard touchdown. Crosby's extra point was good, and it was 27-17. Then Baltimore went 3 and out, had to punt after going 10 plays and 28 yards. And then Green Bay got the ball back because of it going 3 and out. And they got in the field goal range. It was 4th and 10 at Buffalo 37. So they had to settle for a field goal. Crosby's kicked a 55-yard field goal, and it was no good. It went wide left. And then the Bills got the ball back. And all Josh Allen had to do was kneel to Buffalo 44 for -1 yard. And nonetheless, the Buffalo Bills win this game by the final score of 27-17. And I got to give the game balls to the Bills. Josh Allen, 13 of 25 carries and attempts, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It was I think Damon Singletary. Devin Singletary. I said, I was right the first time. It was Devin Singletary. 14 attempts, 67 yards, and no touchdowns. Stephon Diggs, 6 receptions, 108 yards, 1 touchdown. Buffalo goes to 6-1, and Green Bay falls to 3-3. Well, tomorrow night we have the Monday night game between the Browns and Bengals, and I feel that's a game the Browns really need to win, and I feel that they're going to get it, and I think Cincy, I don't think is going to get the win in this game, but they're going to really have to play hard if they want it, so we'll wait and see what happens. It kicks off tomorrow at 15 on ESPN. That's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Sunday night, Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday Week 8 recap show. I'll be back tomorrow with the Monday Night Football pregame show and postgame show. Until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.